Okay, guys, so nose is still itchy. If you guys didn't see the last video, which is my favorite books, I'll link that right now, probably on my face. My itchy, itchy, itchy face. So these are going to be all of my movies that I like or that I watched a lot as a kid that just have a very special place in my heart. Ooh, ooh. And they're all in a pile in my lap, so I'm trying not to fumble them and break things. But the first one I have here is The Young Black Stein, which is not The Black Stein. It is a different story. But this one is about a little girl who gets lost in the desert. I believe it's the Sahara. And I'm not going to say Sahara Desert because Sahara means Great Desert, so I'm not going to repeat myself by saying desert twice. Uh, at least it looks like the Sahara. I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. Um, but so she finds this little black colt and she brings it home because she finds her way home. And her family is losing their property and they used to have all these horses and I believe the white horse has something to do with that. Like there was this white horse. Again, can't remember, it's been a while. Um, but so then she has to go into this endurance race with the horse and I think she bets the horse too. So if she loses everything, which is unfortunate. The next book, I'm sure almost everyone has seen, or at least heard of if you haven't seen it. Uh, Flicka. Childhood was lovely until I realized that this is not a bond. This is not that accurate. There was another two movies, I believe. There's Flicka 2, and then there's Flicka Country Girl. I think I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. Um, but I know that there are two other movies. This one's my favorite. This is the only one I actually have. And a girl finds a wild Mustang, trains it, things happen, the horse gets taken away, then she has to try and save it, and then more things happen. We all probably know the story of Flicka. Also, I just like that Tim McGraw's in it, because I like him. Yeah, I love his music. And the bloopers, it comes with bloopers, they're so funny. um, I could watch the bloopers all day long. So the next movie is, these ones are all very old, and you will know what I mean by that once you see them because they're in a bit of a different viewing platform. Yes, I do have VHS systems, which we don't know what VHS looks like. That's what it is. Um, this is Dances with Wolves. It's not really a horse movie, but horses are quite prevalent because of the time period. There's this guy who is an army, he's a U.S. Army guy. This is around the time when we started going west. I'm not entirely sure as to the exact time period, but he's on his own for whatever reason. And all he's got is his horse, who is very loyal to him. And he befriends this tribe of Indians, and there's a girl in that tribe who was originally a white girl, and they took her because her entire family was slaughtered. And so now she tries to remember English so that she can communicate and they can have translator, which takes a while because she hadn't spoken for so long. And I think he ends up marrying her. I could be wrong. But the reason why it's called Dance with Wolves is because there's this wolf that follows him around, and he's trying to get it to go away, and by like chasing it, and it looked like they were dancing to the Indians, so he got nicknamed Dances with Wolves. Also, it's kind of sad. The ending makes me sad. Why do horror movies have to be so sad at the end? But it is a very long movie. It's like 3 hours, which is intense. So the next one is, oh, and it got like 7 Academy Awards for like everything, so it's an impressive movie. The next one is The Horse Whisperer. I really love this movie because it's accurate. Is all I'm gonna say. It's very accurate in the way that horses actually work and how horsemanship works. If you guys don't know who Buck Bunnigan, I don't know how to say his last name. He was the guy who inspired this movie, and he did a documentary called Buck, which I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. You might have to pay for it though. I don't remember if it's free or not. Can't remember. I'm sure it's somewhere where you can find it somewhere. But so this little girl and a friend are out riding, and a semi truck hits them. The girl gets thrown off of her horse because her horse just rears up and she falls off, and the horse gets injured. We don't know what happens to the friend. I'm assuming she died. Um, but that's my pessimistic or realist ideas because you never find out what happens, or at least I don't remember hearing about what happens to them. Uh, but so mean. I'm so mean. Um, so then her mom puts her through therapy and she tries to fix the horse by sending it to this horse whisperer guy who's like, I'm not a horse whisperer, I'm not into fixing horses. I have work to do. And he ends up helping them because stuff happens. But he actually like helps the girl along with, which is lovely. I love that. I love it when trainers don't just train the horse, they train the people, which is what I do. Because they always fix the problems at the start, which is generally humans. But yeah, that's a great movie. And I believe it's Scarlett Johansson as a kid, which she's adorable. If it's not Scarlett Johansson, that girl is adorable. Um, the next movie, I'm sure all of you have heard of. It's a very. It's not an old Disney movie. Um, but it is older. I remember when it came out. Trying to find a year. You all can figure out what movie I'm talking about just by me saying Disney movie. Spirit, Stallion, and the Cimmeron. I have this in both VHS and on DVD. The reason why I didn't grab the DVD is because it didn't actually have. It doesn't have the cover. I drew one like years ago, and it's horrific. So bad. Such a bad cover. It's so awful. But it's a story about a Mustang who gets captured by army guys, and it's his story about trying to get home with a little bit of a love story in there. It's a very sweet movie. It's very cute. I'm sure all of you have heard it. The score in this movie is fantastic. I love Hans Zimmer. He's phenomenal. Also, the music that's all by Bryan Adams, also very good. I did have the soundtrack for this movie when I was a kid, along with the Flicka one, which they were both very nice, and they were like big part of my childhood. I was like, yes. Wait, it says that it's from the studios that brought you Shrek. So does that mean? Oh no, it's DreamWorks. It's not Disney. For the longest time, thought it was Disney. Childhood ruined. No, I'm kidding. I love DreamWorks. They're fine. I seriously thought it was a Disney movie, and it's a DreamWorks movie. So whatever. My childhood is just all jumbled up at this point. The next movie is a movie from '84. It's a fairly old movie, and I've never seen it anywhere. No idea where this movie came from, but it is Red Fury. Now, Red Fury is based off of a story by Joe Elliott, and it's about this little Native American boy who gets taken in by this old farmer dude. Now I can't remember whose name is Frankie. I think it's the little boy's. Could be wrong. But he finds this little like red colt, and no one can start him. No one can ride him, and he's just deemed unbreakable, which I hate that term. I don't like the term breaking a horse. I prefer starting a horse. And that's just my opinion, though. And the kid forms a bond with the horse, which is very sweet. I haven't watched this movie in so long, and now I really want to watch it. But yeah, I remember it being very, very good from what I remember of it. It's a very sweet movie, though it does have older graphics. It was around the time when Where the Red Fern Grows came out, so it has similar graphics to that. Now, the next one, as I showed you an informational set of magazine-looking books, I'm going to show you a featurette half-hour special that is also informational, and it is Horses A to Z. There's no cover on this one because it didn't come with one. It just came in as a VHS by itself, and I put it in one of these. For some reason, it has my brother's initials on the back. BS. Ha. Ha. Everything he says is BS. Which actually his initials are RS, but we all call him Bobby. Figure out what his actual name is. Win a prize. No, I'm kidding. But so it's A to Z, tells you things that start with those letters, and then gives you a little information about them. Half-hour show. It's quick. It's easy. My cousins like watching it, so I get to relive the childhood memories quite often. Um, but yeah, it's another one of those things. If you have a little kid that likes watching or wants to know more about horses, it's a nice little film to put on for them. Tide them over for like a half an hour, and then just throw on, I don't know, Spirit. Put on Flicka. I don't know. Just throw on something else. But yeah. So those are my favorite. The only one that I don't have in my collection because I haven't gotten it yet. It's a newer movie. Is Warhorse. Now, if you guys watch my book video, you guys know that I love that book. I love the movie. The score is great. The um, the visuals are outstanding. Everything about that movie I love, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad, but it doesn't make me cry. I explained why in the book video, I believe. Um, but it's a very good movie. I just don't have it in my collection, which is very sad to me. Uh, but I would love to have that movie in my collection because it's missing. It's definitely missing. But yeah, so if you guys want to know anything else about these movies, my nose, please, nose, stop itching. Um, I'll put all the links in the description and annotate as I go. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get there, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but might be a tour of stuff because I am hoping to do that soon. I've been saying that I was going to do that for a long time, and now I'm actually getting to the point where I'm actually going to do it. So maybe it might be in the next video. I don't know. We'll find out.